Once again, we welcome you back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Scott Murray. The American Diabetes Association is the leading source of information about diabetes in our country, and they need our support to educate our community and raise funds to find a cure. Wouldn't that be nice? Kason Burdine is a volunteer for the American Diabetes Association, and he is also on the sponsorship and team fundraising committee for the 2012 DFW Tour de Cure. And he's been a diabetic himself for some 31 years. Kason, good to see you. Thank you. In 31 years, you don't look much older than that. So you must have been a youngster, or a teenager, or something about that age
well,
group,
I was,
right?
Yes, sir. I was 11 years old.
11 years old,
yes,
okay.
Sir. And
how did that change your life at 11 years old? Because as a, 40 years, whatever you are now, 42, thereabouts, I think about what life is now, and you've learned to cope with it. But when somebody tells you this is the way it's going to be the rest of your life when you're 11 years old, I'm sure that's a tough pill to swallow, so to speak.
Well, it was right before Easter, too, and I recall being really anticipatory or anticipating eating all the candy for Easter.
Right.
And at 11, the candy was cut off.
Cut off.
And that was, at the time, it was I was very lucky in that the insulin I required was minimal, but in the same breath, there was a lot more technology advancement required. I mean, we were using blood testers that were this big, that would take a minute to calibrate, 2 minutes to read the blood testing. Mm-hmm. But at 11, it was a transition, and just the initial shooting of an insulin shot into your leg was pretty life-changing.
Right. So you're type 1 diabetic, right?
Type 1, yes, sir.
Okay, and my good friend who I have so much respect for is Scott Verplank, the golfer on the PGA Tour, diabetic, and wears the pump, and I notice you have the pump.
Yes, sir.
And this is something you've probably done the better part of your life then, right?
Yes, sir, the entire life. You know, through adolescence, young adulthood, and now in the twilight years, so to speak. But, you know, part of the reason I think diabetes care has come such a long way is, you know, for the event that I'm participating in is the Tour de Cure, raising the money for new development, new treatments, new efficiencies in the disease. As I mentioned 30 years ago, it was much more arduous and manually labor intensive, and now I'm on an insulin pump that's completely wireless, or tubeless. There's no tube going into my body. Everything is sent electronically. You know, the leaps and bounds of islet cell transplant could be a cure for the type 1 diabetics in the next 3 or 5 years. It's a real exciting time. Yeah, it's absolutely exciting.
Has it affected anybody else? Are you married?
I'm married.
Children?
No, sir.
Okay, so
3 dogs.
3 dogs. Well, that's not a bad thing. Well,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to talk about what you've got coming up. This is exciting.
Yeah,
so, and first of all, let me congratulate you because there's so many people out there that deal with what you do every single day of their life, and yet they kind of stay inside and kind of and don't want to really share the journey that they've had. And this is so great, I think, that you do this and share with others what you've had to endure over the last 3 decades, and yet hopefully not only raise money, but raise incredible awareness for the diabetes. I think that's great.
Well, and I appreciate, you know, and the Tour de Cure, Britt and Kevin at the ADA Association, they really have almost quadrupled the event turnout this year.
Fantastic.
We're getting the word out a lot more publicity-wise, marketing-wise, and the Tour de Cure is actually an event, we welcome all ages, all age ranges, all groups, either team membership or individual can join for $15. Just a sign-up fee that goes to the ADA.
That's
bottom
it,
line,
just $15. Oh, that's great.
And you raise as much money, you get prizes for every certain amount you raise. And but again, it's a family-oriented event, and we're going to have bands. We're going to have obviously the bikes out there. There's no pressure to ride a certain distance if you feel like you're tired.
It's not a
after
competitive
5.
thing, is what you're saying.
No, it's a rally race. It's very laid back, and we're expecting 1,500 riders this season.
Good for you.
That's I would almost estimate 2,500 people total, and so we're looking for vendors to donate. And again, it is an active situation where, but there's no pressure to finish. You're not going to be, your hands aren't going to be tied to ride 40 miles if you say I'm going to do 40 and you get tired after 5.
And it's coming up on July 28th.
Yes, sir, July 28th.
Which is a Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I've got maybe 20 seconds left. Website, somebody wants to sign up, they're watching today, where do they go?
The website is www.diabetes.org.
/DFW Tour to Cure.
I didn't wear my glasses, but yeah.
That's all right.
And it's real easy. It's self-explanatory. And again, Britt Wolf and Kevin Smith at the ADA are really turning out a great event this year. We're looking forward to it.
Well, and you've been a big part of it by coming and joining us here on Talk Street. We can't thank you enough.
Appreciate it.
Really, continued
Thanks,
success and good luck to you. And who knows, maybe that cure is coming up in 3 to 5 years.
So.
Wouldn't that be special?
It would be. Yes,
You're a good man. Thanks, Kason, and good luck at the Tour to Cure. And that's coming up for the American Diabetes Association on July 28th. Well, that's it for this edition of 5 Talk Street. We thank you for joining us. Till next time, I'm Scott Murray. Have a great day, everybody.